Light up your fire.
We tend to oversimplify communication by thinking that the choice of words is the main pillar. But we all know it's more complicated than this. We know that it's about human psychology, body language, and structure. In fact, language, for instance, can signal who gets to occupy space and how, just by the way a speech is delivered. And the level of comfort you feel wearing your clothes, or how you stand, and how you feel about your presence in a particular room, they're all parts of the communication process, and they will affect how you're going to speak. You'll notice a shift in our environment today. Yeah, so I'm stepping away from the camera lens to deliver my perspective directly with just my voice. The truth is, I feel like doing it like this today. In high stakes environments, we often lean on the visual armor of our presence, our physical stature, our eye contact, the tailored clothes. It projects power. Today, we strip all that away. I am inviting you to engage entirely with the somatic architecture of the voice. We're testing whether your authority can hold the room on the strength of your vocal regulation and sentence structure alone. Let's begin with the first point of fracture. The armor. When the nervous system detects a threat in the room, it immediately attempts to soften your impact. Those extra words like maybe, perhaps, just, that end up drowning your point are physical padding. Your physiology is trying to make your perspective non-threatening and therefore hidden. You may be thinking you are being polite, but it's your nervous system that is actually hiding. The leak, the question statements. This is a physiological leak. When a statement curves upwards, your throat muscles are constricting mid-breath. It is the sound of an expert nervous system submissively asking a room for permission to hold space. And it does the opposite of projecting authority, even when the words are the best pick from your vocabulary. So, putting these two bad habits together, at times it can be as simple as starting in the right way, like this. Maybe we should have another look at this timeline, if that works. You started really well, we should. And then you pulled back mid sentence and your authority dies there. Compare that with, we should look at the timeline again. Simple claim and then silence, nothing to add. Keep quiet. Feel the sudden drop in your heart rate when you refuse to fill that void. Can you hold that sentence firmly? That's the power of a sustained pause. Pauses are so underrated, but so powerful. They deserve their own video. And by the way, watch out for that one. It's due soon, unless it's already linked somewhere here. The last very important point about sentence structure that's worth remembering is that some languages lead the claim with context and leave the main point last. That's how certain languages organize meaning, and that's fine. English, however, especially in leadership settings, rewards the opposite. It begins a sentence with the claim and lets the context follow. That's what commands authority. And if no one ever taught you that difference, you can be completely fluent and still sound uncertain because you may be running a different structural order beneath the English words, depending on your first language. And you will not be taken seriously in the room. So next time you catch yourself building a long preamble, pause. Like I always say, pause, take a breath. Ask yourself, is that a choice or a default? There are sentences in English, after all, that have a space for that structure. So they could be intentional in the right situations. what we're listening for here is whether it was chosen or braced into. A chosen preamble expands the room. A braced structure is an internal cage. These were some examples of how the architecture of sentences can influence your attitude, your executive presence in high-stakes moments. You can download a free set of prompts I've prepared for you to help you spot this on the fly. Which one was it for you? Chosen or braced into? Give it a go. If you do the exercise, share your findings in the comment section. That'd be interesting to know. I'm Roxana Fiamma. For now, stay with what you noticed. I see you next time.